Hello everyone, and welcome to Apple Pie Cup number 4. Part 2 of the annual event that I do every Thanksgiving and Christmas. Thanksgiving gets football, Christmas gets basketball, but it's all one series under the name the Apple Pie Cup. Really quickly, we'll get you caught up on what's been going on as far as the Apple Pie Cup is concerned. That's not what I want. In Apple Pie Cup number 1, we had games in Seattle, Washington for the first year, so 1 and 2 were in Seattle. 3 and 4 this year shift back to Pullman, so we'll be in, we'll be in Pullman for this game. But last year in Seattle, for number 1, we saw the Cougars win a football game by the score of 113-99. The Cougars led the series 1-0. We saw quarterbacks throw for over 1,000 yards, throw 25 combined touchdowns. It was an explosive game from an offensive perspective. In the basketball game last year, on Christmas 2019, in Seattle, Washington again, the Huskies won by 14 by a score of 100-86, which means that there were more points scored in the football game than a basketball game, which is pretty wild. But what was interesting about this is not only did the Huskies tie the series 1-1, but each team had scored 199 total points through 2 games. So it was as even as could be. Something feels weird in my head. It's just my ears are bothering me a little bit. So it was as even as could be. 1 game apiece, same number of points, but it was all going to change this year on Thanksgiving when, regardless of who won, they would take the lead. And Apple Pie Cup 3, which was in Pullman, Washington, and posted on Thanksgiving, if you would like to go back and watch that. Washington and Washington State played one hell of a football game. And the Cougars won by 10, 61-51, giving the Cougars a series lead of 2-1. The Huskies were up by 33 points in the second half and blew a 48-15 lead. And the Cougars overcame 13 sacks of their quarterback and overcame 11 turnovers to win by 10, holding the Washington Huskies to, I believe, 6 total points in the second half of that game. Trying to figure out if my ears are bothering me or if it's something else. I think it is just something else. I think it is my ears are making a weird noise. Okay. Anyway, the Cougars lead the series 2-1 and look to get even, or to extend the lead to 3-1 with a victory here in Pullman, Washington. In basketball, where the Cougars are 0-1 and have never won a mascot game yet. So they are a combined 0-5 against the Huskies. But maybe this is the time that it turns around. So here we go. We are going to play a full-length basketball game. It is a mascot game. That is what the fun part is. It plays on All-American. We look at it for a whole 20 minutes, and we do baseline mid. The problem with this is I have not turned down the commentators. So we're going to back out. Back all the way out. This is what you enjoy about twitch.tv/OnosaurusRex. Doesn't understand how streaming works, even though he's been doing it for nearly 2 years. Something is making a noise in this room. It's gonna drive me. There's a noise. I think it's the PlayStation 2 is making. Nope, it's still there. Okay, well, good. I did this just for fun. It sounds like there's like a high-pitched mosquito sound in my ear, and I was like, maybe it's the PlayStation 2. It isn't. So we'll get this all set up and ready to roll. Oh, while this happens, I can tweet about the stream. I find my phone. Calm down, hat. Getting in the way here. Yes, I want to start. I know there's no...
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, we did that. All right. So what's going to ask us if we want to put a memory card in. We don't. Oh, it's so unresponsive. Skip down here. Make sure you know his favorite team. You know, let it know, just in case. Washington State. There we go. Perfect. All right. So features. Audio mode. No, I'm sorry. Settings is what we want. And we want in-game settings. Just kidding. Gameplay settings? Nope. Preferences? Okay. Alright, there we go. Third time's the charm. Commentary volume. All the way down. I commentate for you. Automatic replays? Ooh, 2. Is there a way to... Preferences? Nope. Like rosters maybe? Audio mode, create player, school management, auto name rosters. Proceed. We're gonna auto name the student athletes. That's the other thing that I wanted to do. So, for the Cougars, boy, these players are not good. Alright, that works. Is that, no, cancel. Alright, there we go. There we go. Now we can go all the way to the back, or all the way back. Get Adam Morrison there. Nope, I don't want to play now. Oh my god, I'm falling apart here. Falling apart. There's no good picture of Adam Morrison on that main screen. All right, Cougars, Huskies. Here we go. We're all set. We don't watch, we just play. Or we don't play, we just watch. Sorry. It's going to be on All American. Is for 20 minutes. And then just double check it real quick. All American. Alright, here we go. We are going to be in the game. In this game, from the limited time I've looked at it, it seems like it's going to be nicer for future March and September Mascot Madness videos, because the players' names are going to be under the ball handler, regardless of if you are playing or not. So here we go. Apple Pie Cup number 4 is about to tip off in Pullman, Washington. We have Fry handling the ball here. Fry for 3 off the right iron, no good. Rebounded by the Cougars. Brandon coming up the court. Anthony inside, no good. That's off the left iron, and that'll be no good. So a couple of missed shots here to start the game. That'll be the first basket made by Washington. It was now up 2-0. I like that little Pac-10 logo that they have on the left side of the court. I'm covering it now, but Anthony short on the shot. Irwin with the rebound. Bounces off the back iron and drops. So the Cougars respond. 2-2 here. Hopefully we have another great game in for us. Fadeaway shot strains it. That was a deep 2. So far, the Apple Pie Cup, I should say, all the games have been pretty good. Explosive in the first football game. Good basketball game. Ooh, a 5-second violation. We hate to see that. So going to be a turnover for Washington State, and they'll go back to the Huskies. This video will take a lot less time than the other one does. The other video, I believe, ran about 2.5 hours. This one should be under an hour. Fry calling out the offense. Suber buries the three and silences this Cougar crowd at Farrell Court. Free Court, File? I don't know who it is. I don't know. Washington State has never been particularly prominent in basketball. There were a couple years when Tony Bennett was the coach that he led them to good records. And then he went and skedaddled to Virginia to be the first number 1 seed to ever lose to a number 16 seed. So I guess you take the coach away from the Cougars, but you never take the Cougars out of the coach. Off the right iron, couple bounces, no good. Cougars recover it. Chung has it. Passes over to Irwin, inside to Anthony, and jams it home. Quick passes inside. Puts the Cougars within 3. If you like what you're watching, by the way, there's tons of other basketball content on this channel. Mascot basketball tournaments. There are 4 of them up at the current moment. There's a 5th one on its way in March. So if this is if there's something you enjoy or something you just randomly catch on YouTube and you're watching, 1, thank you. But 2, there'll be more of this coming soon. All March long. First shot up and good. So 7-5 now. 7-6. Washington was up 7-2. They've given 4 straight points up to the Cougars. All Washington State needs to do is really just make sure they don't get blown out here. I say that, and they were able to come back to the basketball game out of bounds after no one gets the rebound. I believe it may have even been touched by a Husky out of bounds to give the Cougars possession, but that 3-point shot was missed, and it was a long rebound. No one was really there for it. So the Cougars' opportunity to take their first lead of the game. They will successfully do so. 6 straight for the Cougars, 8-7. Deep 3 for Fry, short off the right side, or right iron, I should say. Had a guy streaking up the left side or the right side. Little float flip pass there, no good. That play rarely works. It's given Suber a free run at the basket. The Huskies stop the run, regain the lead by 1, 9-8. Chung working with the ball. Brandon inside. Quick passes into Irwin. Misses the tip in. Huskies running the floor here. Cougars do a good job of filling their transition defense. A nice steal there by Lazar. Chung 2-on-1 with Anthony. It's going to be a defensive foul on Washington. So it'll be the second team foul. First one for Larson, first personal, I should say. Chung quickly over to Brandon. Back to Anthony. Back to Chung. Working it around. Bounce pass into Irwin. You get a guy wide open in the corner right behind you if you elect to take it. Instead, it looks like we're going to have that weird situation. Oh, just annihilated. Chung goes for the loose ball, even though he probably didn't need to. Getting low on the shot clock, doesn't matter. Stripped away by the Huskies. Morton off the iron, no good. So a bit of a slow start for both teams here. Some easy baskets missed. Anthony stepped out of bounds. They just stepped right out of bounds. We see that a lot in the tournaments. They just get right on the line. And again, I think I talk about it in every single video, and then I reference that I talk about it in every single video, defensive foul. So we're going to get a blocking foul here on Irwin. First personal, first team for the Cougars. The proportions of the mascots are not necessarily representative of the bodies. He had a couple of steps where it looked like he was out of bounds already, and then it was a third one where he stepped further out of bounds that they finally called. The feet are not necessarily representative of other feet in the hands and all that stuff. I think it's just they're just draped over the regular player hitboxes. Out of bounds, Washington State ball. So if it looks weird or it looks like something should be happening and it's not, it's just because they're mascots instead of regular people. Anthony tried to throw it inside, but it's picked off by Suber. Passes up to Fry. Back out to Morton. Driving it inside. Bounce pass to Fry. Floats it up. And they are on a run. It's not much of a run. It's only a 4-point run. Two quick passes inside. Blocked by the Huskies. Come away with a loose ball. Fry had a 1-on-2 there. Pulls back and waits for reinforcements. Nice 3-point shot there, but I believe that was Suber. And the Cougars, who were sticking around early, need to find their stroke here. Missed off that left side of the iron. Huskies march it up the court. Working it around outside. Morton kind of looked at a three, decided to drive it inside, lost the ball. Cougars come away with a loose ball. 3-on-1 opportunity here. Passes up to Irwin. That is excellent offense. Just made him make a decision and live with the consequences. Hopefully we see that more frequently in the mascot games, because sometimes it can be, the computer can be kind of dumb when it's like, oh, I have two other teammates I can pass the ball to, and then it just takes a 1-on-1 with the defender. It's like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. Pass the ball. Suber in the corner, trying to drive around into a double team. Nice block inside by the Cougars. I think it was Chung. Anthony came up with a loose ball, passed it back to Chung, fired it forward to Irwin. Up and in for the Cougars. 2 more points. And a 4-0 run for Washington State puts them within 2. Morton working around the outside. Nothing doing there. Brandon probably should pull it back outside. Instead, the defender just made a misstep or elected to just let him have it. But Cougars score 6 straight points. And they are tied 14-14. Fires it over. Suber. Deep 3 for Suber off the back iron. No good. Cougars come away with it. Passes it up to Chung. He'll wait. Pull back. Passes Brandon. Chung to Lazar. Gets trapped. We see this a lot. For whatever reason, it's always that area. It's right on the outside of the paint. It just breaks for whatever reason. We should get a shot up here in a moment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's good. Cougars on a run here. 8 straight. Making some nice defensive plays and taking advantage of Washington's lack of offensive scoring. I guess you don't really score on defense in basketball. You do in football. Give up the long 2 to Suber. We're all knotted up at 16. Chung brings it up the court. Passes to the left to Anthony. Over to Lazar. Inside to Irwin. Hook shot from Irwin. No good. Those quick passes inside typically work. Washington looked like they just had a free run to the basket right there. So the Cougars led by 2. They've given up 4 in a row. Now down 2. Chung passes right to Anthony, who's into Lazar, who's into Irwin. Gets blocked. Suber and Fry are on the run, and they're going to come up short. Surprisingly excellent defense there by the Cougars to affect the shot just enough to make a miss. Floats it inside to Irwin. Back outside to Brandon. A lot of Huskies on the right side of the court. Anthony taking a good look there. He'll knock down the 2. And we're all knotted up at 18. This is exactly what you want to see in the Apple Pie Cup. You want to see close, tight games. Halfway through the first half, Washington up 20-18. They should outscore the football game this year, which had considerably fewer points. It looked like Morton got his hands on the ball, but slipped out of bounds. So we'll go back to the Cougars with a fresh 35 on the shot clock. And then he immediately turned it over. Immediately. Just running out of time there. A couple of Cougars get some hands up. Huskies get 3 shots. Takes them 3 chances to get 2 points. Not great, but 2 points is 2 points. Getting their lead to 4, 6 in a row. Lazar back out to Brandon. Passes out to Chung. To Anthony, who gets the ball stripped away from him. Morton comes up with the loose ball. Runs it forward. Fry driving in from the right side. Excellent play by Washington State. Excellent defensive play. A couple of times we've seen the Huskies out ready to run, get easy points for the Cougars defenses. Come up big. Now if they can get a stop here, that would be the key. Did go out of bounds, so Washington maintains possession or retains possession. Either, both. Both of those words work. Super. 1-on-2. Draws a foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Timothy Irwin's going to pick up his 2nd personal foul. So we may see him come out of the game. 23-18. Free throw is up. The Huskies now on an 8-0 run. So we have Gomez coming in for Irwin. Washington going with a full court trap here. Because they're already up 8. Why not try and put the nail in the coffin early? Anthony gets it up just in time for the 10-second violation. We'll see how long Irwin sits. Fry picks off the ball. Rockets it forward. Cougars again with pretty good defense there. Good recovery. But not enough to get in the way. Brandon to Lazar. Lazar tries to drive around. Nothing doing there. Just absolutely annihilated by the Husky defender. Morton driving up front. Or driving in the front court, I should say. Washington State will take a timeout. They've given up 12 straight points and are now down 10. As soon as I said you want to see nice tight games, Washington has blown this thing open. Stolen. You called a timeout and you immediately get the ball stripped away from you. That's not good. Anthony keys it into Chung. Goes over to Brandon, into Lazar. There's the 2 points. That's what you're looking for. Just chip away. A couple good defensive possessions. They've done it before. Not necessarily down 10, but Washington State's been able to close the gap a couple of times. Stripped and knocked out of bounds. And obviously, time not a factor. Whips it into the corner to Suber. He steps out of bounds. So he repays the favor that the Cougars gave them earlier in the first half. Sweet spin pass for style points. Try to impress the cheerleaders. Gomez, nice feed inside. Got behind the defender, and that was an easy bucket. Lead down to 6. 1-on-2 is not a favorable matchup for the Husky. So he throws it out to Morton beyond the 3-point line. Passes to his left to Fry. Back over to Morton. Looking to drive. Back to Suber. You see that play a lot. Not as effective this time. Blocked by the Cougars. It's going to be Brandon coming away with it. Rocketed it up to Chung. Stripped away under the basket. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Huskies. So the Cougars will retain possession. Throw it inside to Gomez. It's a 1-on-2. Bounce pass out to Brandon. A little float pass inside. They might want to try the left side of the court. There were 3 Husky defenders on the right. There was bound to be someone open on the left-hand side. Instead, it does lead to a foul, so not the worst situation for him. Gomez goes 1 for 2 from the line. Braun is going to come in for Anderson for the Huskies with 6:48 or so remaining in the first half. Spin move for Fry outside. Inside, no good. Gomez fires forward to Brandon. They got a Cougar wide open in the key. Oh, they don't find him. Just didn't see him. Anthony tries to lob a pass, but stripped away by Stuber. Intercepted, really, is what I should have said there. Jack Chung picks up his first personal foul. Third team foul. Fry, 100% from the free throw line. 30-23 with 6:24 in the first half remaining. Huskies, trying to get that full court press going. They might actually get it if the Cougars are not quick, and they are not quick enough, as a 10-second backcourt violation. Cougars were not aggressive enough going north and south, opting for the east and west passes, which don't do a whole lot in this context. Morton trying to drive, passes out to Stuber. Stuber with a three, and a deep three will put the Cougars in the hole, 10 points. Now, if the Huskies win by 10, they will have, again, the same number of points across all of the games played. Shot up, but fouled. So, Braun will pick up his first, fourth team foul for Washington. The Cougars have struggled from the line, 1 for 3. Now maybe they have more. It said that he was 66%, which would imply that he made 2. I just don't remember them. That's fine. Oh, no, I do remember. It was early in the game. Very early. I think it was like points like 5 and 6 for the Cougars. So the Cougars are 4 for 6 from the line. Through contact, nice shot, up and good. 35-26. Oh, nice steal there by Brandon. They can push the pace here a little bit. It's 2-on-2, maybe 3-on-2. Nice jam there. I believe that was Chung coming down with it. Absolutely demolished that court, or the rim, I should say. Because that's what he demolished, not the court. The rim. There's a 3 from the Huskies to push the lead out to 10. It was a touchdown. Now it is a 4-score game. Best case scenario, float pass inside has not been effective. A couple of steals or interceptions we've seen from the Huskies. Good defense there by the Cougars to at least force a missed shot, but no one there for Washington State to pick up the loose ball. So the Huskies get an easy putback. Anthony, a little more direct pass into Gomez. Passes left to Chung. Wide open guy in the corner. It's going to be a foul on Washington. Should be the 5th team foul, first on Ray Morton. As the Cougars kind of just trying to hang in there. Sticking around. You're going to need some stops here. Keep it close. 10-point deficit's not terrible. Nice block there by Washington State, and they come up with a loose ball, rocketed forward to Anthony, who's going to drive and get fouled, and doesn't get the circus shot to go, so he'll get to the line. The Huskies, keep in mind, Huskies have 16 fouls. The next foul, regardless of what it is, should be a 1-and-1 opportunity for the Cougars from the line. The Cougars, though, cannot blow opportunities like that. I was going to say they need to do better from the line, but you had easy 2 points there, and you just didn't do anything. You fail on the defensive end, and you're not making the Huskies pay for their mistakes. So 42-30. Defense locked up on Chung there. Brandon tries his hand on the right side, finds Anthony across the court. Top of the key, we have Chung trying to drive it. Meets into 2 defenders. Back out to Anthony, who's looking okay for a 3-pointer, but the defense quickly collapsed. Brandon trying to shake left. He's going to have to just pull the trigger because there were 3 seconds on the shot clock remaining. So it's going to lead to an easy fast break opportunity for the Huskies. But again, good defense by the Cougars, forcing a bad shot. does lead to a foul, so the Huskies, excuse me, will go to the line for 2. It's now 44-30. Cougars were right there, but they have really struggled in the back half of this first half. There's a nice authoritative jam home. Hopefully spring to life their offense. Don't hold your breath though. They need to wake up on the defense. Giving up too many points. They obviously need to do better at the free throw shooting. But you can't give up rebounds on a 3-point shot. Come on. Now a 14-point game for the Huskies. Stripped out of bounds. It'll stay Washington State ball. It's going to be a foul for Washington. It'll be the second foul on Braun. 7th team foul. Cougars make the first. And miss the second. They just cannot get 2 for 2 from the line. I think they hit their first 2 free throws, but since then it has been rough for them from the line. Cougars looking for a little bit of a full court pressure. Not a trap, not a press or anything, just trying to make it at least slightly more difficult for the Huskies to get across the line. Huskies proved that that's not an issue. They do force a 3, an errant 3. Maybe not the greatest shot in the world. That was a very quick possession for the Huskies. Cougars are down 13. They better not step out of bounds there. Anthony dancing around, loses the ball, tries to get it, dives out of bounds. I was going to say, if you're the Cougars in the next 2 minutes, you need to cut this down to a single-digit deficit. You just go +4 over the next minute and 50 seconds. Give yourselves a little momentum going into halftime. Make some adjustments, come out. Start making some shots, making some free throws. That's going to be the biggest thing. Gomez with a nice rebound, or a nice loose ball recovery. Gets it put back in, and that's the lead down to 11. Morton dancing around. Not a whole lot going on here. It's like the same animation over and over and over again. Carr trying to drive. Good defense here. Got him slightly out of position, but not out of position enough. Chung leads the Washington State Cougar offense up. We get 1 minute remaining in the first half. Gomez. Back to Chung. There's a guy wide open in the corner. Anthony. Back outside. Just drives the defender into the ground. Anthony with a little float pass. That'll rattle home. And the Cougars will get at least one more shot here. It's about a 8-second difference between the shot and the game clock. The Huskies take a desperation 3. That was a deep 3 for no reason. Brandon's going to try and drive 1 on 2. He gets it. 46-39. The Cougars on a little bit of a run here. 6-point run to be exact. To close this lead down to 7. Morton. I think that would have been a 2 if it went. It didn't go. 10 seconds. Cougars can hold for the final shot. Whips it over to Brandon. Brandon to Chung. Chung's going to take it. Mid-range 2 is no good. The Huskies will take a long 3 of those off from the release. So good first half here. As we roll right into half number 2. 20 minutes to go. 46-39. Cougars get the ball first. So that run maybe a little more important. Nice mid-range jumper finds the bottom of the net. 46-41 now. Cougars were down 46-33, but a nice 8-0 run has put them back in contention of this game. The question does start to become is, do they have enough in the gas tank to not only overcome this deficit, but maintain it through the rest of the game so they don't, use up all their momentum, all their all their energy just trying to get back into it, only to fall behind immediately again. We see that pretty frequently in the March and September mascot tournaments. That's a shot at the buzzer, no good. Teams make comebacks, they get to 4, they get to 5, and they immediately slip and fall back down 10. They just don't have enough energy. The Cougars can cut this down to a 1-possession game, should they so choose. Actually, they can cut it down to a 1-possession game regardless. Chung to Anthony, back to Chung, back to Anthony. 2-person game, under 10 on the shot clock. Fires over to Brandon. Brandon drives. There's no defense there. 1 3-pointer, and the Cougars have tied this game, and they've gone on a 13-point run to do it. Right now they're at a 10-point run, and they've cut the lead down to 3. They have benefited from some questionable shot choices from the Huskies, especially under a minute to go. Huskies took a really wild 3 that was completely unnecessary, out of bounds. That gave the Cougars an extra possession. Nothing came of it, but it was they gave them extra time on the last possession. But they'll take advantage of it. Cougars down 3 after that out of bounds call. That is the trickiest thing for me to see under the basket like that. Sometimes it's out of bounds, sometimes it's a foul. And the animations look almost identical. Chung dancing along the out of bounds line. Drives inside. He's going to get an and one opportunity. Oh, if the Cougars could not fart around with these fouls, they'll be in good position. There it is. A 13-0 run is complete, and the Cougars and Huskies are tied with 17:48 remaining in the game. Fry drives it, met at the midcourt line. Quick pass inside. Fights off a little bit of contact, knocks it down. Cougars with all the momentum in the game. Passes inside, spins around, just jams it home. Through 3 defenders. He said, I'm gonna do it. I got it, it's cool. Morton looking left side, Cougars. Tied the game up last time, let's see what the Huskies have. So he got a little locked up there. That's gonna be a jam for the Huskies. Cougars and Huskies matching possessions over the last 4 total possessions. Locked in at 50 each. There's a deep 3 from the Huskies. No good. Cougars driving. Stripped away. Chung picks up the loose ball. Right place, right time. Good hands. It's going to be a little float pass up off the rim. And it is good. That play doesn't work often, but when it does, it gives the Cougars a 2-point lead this time around. So the Huskies down 2. Saw them fall apart in the football game in the second half. Is history repeating itself? Through the contact, that rolled on the rim for a very long time and just fell out. Needed to go to the right, instead it went to the left. Nice play, nice pass inside. Chung couldn't cash it in though. It was such a good play. He was behind the defense and everything, ready to score those points. Huskies get the friendly roll. They'll knot it up at 52. Lazar into Gomez. Gomez threw a lot of contact. Kind of just threw up a wily shot that didn't look like it had much of a chance, but Lazar comes in and jams it home. Put the Cougars back up 2. Huskies, Suber on the left side, drives it in, and a nice easy layup there. Anthony looks like he is in the zone here, so they might want to look to get him the ball. See what Chung elects to do. They're going to run Anthony around on that three-point play that we see so frequently. He elects not to take it, instead takes a couple steps inside. And that was nice too, as he celebrates along the scorer's table. Suber, outside to Morton, back to Suber. Suber, gonna get fouled. Go to line for two. Gomez picks up his first team foul for the Cougars here in the second half. Suber makes it a 1-point game. It makes it a no-point game. We're all knotted up at 56. Huskies trying with the full court press here. The Cougars need to make sure that they're getting the ball across the line. They already have one 10-second violation. Usually, though, if you can get one of the defenders to get the animation where he runs or he jumps up and tries to deflect it, that animation takes a long time to let the player reset and regain momentum to get back in the way. If you can get somebody to go for it and miss, you're in pretty good shape to make it across the midcourt line by the 10-second violation. Huskies again tied up. Cougars have had the lead, but they have not had the lead by much. I think like maybe 5 is their largest lead of the game, whereas the Huskies have been up 13. The largest lead of the game doesn't matter if you lose it. And right now, the Huskies have blown a 13-point lead. They are in a tight one here with Cougars down 2. Suber way too far out for a 3. Works it over to Fry. Looks like maybe they're trying to set some kind of screen. Morton just didn't look like he knew what he was going for there. Nice block by Washington State. They'll come away with a loose ball. Looking to push this lead to 4. He's got to run. Brandon with a nice jam home. 62-58. Remember, it was 46-33. Cougars chipped away at the lead at the end of the first half and finished it in the beginning of the second half. And it has been tight ever since. Fry driving inside. Nice defense by the Cougars to affect the shot. Couldn't get the putback off the left iron. No good. So the Cougars again looking to extend the lead. 2 quick passes inside. And the Cougars just jam it home. Up 6 now, which I'm pretty sure would be their biggest lead of the game. Obviously, the Huskies have a ton of time to make a comeback. They're not out of this by any stretch of the imagination, especially with 12:09 remaining in the second half. Brandon into Gomez. Gomez fall away 2. Gomez, I believe, came in for Irving early in the first half, or maybe midway through the first half, and they have not brought Irving back out, which is interesting. Suber, wide open 2. Chung, running up the court. Anthony has it, looking for Brandon. Cougars, I don't think, are too keen on taking the 3 here. They're much more comfortable working it inside. That did not work that time. Huskies come away with a loose ball, looking to cut this lead in half. They get Wiley, they can cut it down to 1. Either with an and 1 or a 3-point shot. Instead, it's going to be Lazar. Lazar blocking it, coming away with the ball. It's going to be a foul on the other end. First one for Tupai. 67-62 here. Now, if history shows us anything, the Cougars will not make this second free throw. Look at that. Called it. And just like I was talking about earlier with the Huskies' full court press, you can get the ball past a defender animation that misses. That worked very well for the Huskies' fast-paced offense there. Up for two, no good. Jammed home, 69-64. Nice play by Washington State there. Fry for three off the left iron, no good. Brandon comes up with the rebound, passes it forward to Chung. Calls out the offensive play. Let's see what they can come up with here. Brandon drives inside, up and in, 71-64. So a touchdown lead now for the Cougars as we approach the halfway point of the second half. Running around outside. Suber, that was a pretty good recovery defense. At least positioning, just elected not to try and block the shot or do anything. Just said, you have it. That's an easy two. Huskies, though, come away from that exchange of points, +1. So lead down to 6, 73-67. Huskies have the ability, they have the time and the ability to make threes to close this lead in quick. Nothing doing on that possession, though. As Chung dances around the three-point line, throws it into Gomez. Gomez gets blocked. It's out of bounds. Washington State ball. And we get the game a little confused with what animation it wants to do. Larson's coming in for Toupee. Anthony, he's in the zone. He's so in the zone, he passes it to Urban with extra crispiness. Chung fighting the defender there. Trying to give himself some kind of room. Anthony able to slice and dice his way to 2 more points and push the lead out to 8. Larson looking at a 2. That was well short. That did not look good coming off the hand. Chung, mid-range, nice shot, and that'll push the lead out to double digits for the Cougars. The first time today. 8:49 remaining here in the second half. Right now the Cougars are looking at taking a 3-1 lead in the Apple Pie Cup, which will resume Thanksgiving Day 2021 and Christmas Day 2021. Deep three for Washington, no good. Anthony with the rebound, it looked like. Chung running the floor. Running the fast-paced offense. Irving is going to be out of bounds. See, that's where it looks really weird. That looks like it should have probably been a foul, but instead it was out of bounds. It looked like he just threw it a step too far in front of Irving, and Irving couldn't stop quick enough. Drive inside. Morton puts the Huskies down 8 as they score their 69th point of the game. Yep, Thanksgiving 2021 and Christmas 2021. We'll do the same thing. Football and basketball. Stolen away by the Huskies. I forgot to mention this earlier, but we're going to change it. We'll change up the games every time. I'll figure out a way to do that, but I don't know if it's like spin the wheel or like a random generator or something like that. There are... NCAA March Madness 04, 05, 06, 07, and then basketball 08 and 09. So there are 6 basketball games that have a mascot mode in them. There are like 11, I think, that have 11 football games, I should say, that have mascot mode in them. So we'll change them up. That way it's not the same games all the time. 77-72 after the, after the 3-point play. Absolute rejection out of the basket. Goes right into the hands of a Husky. It's going to be stripped away, but they can't come away with the loose ball. They get a block, come away with the loose ball. That time Chung running the floor. It is a 1-on-4 that he does not really want to partake in. He might have had it, but Husky defense just a little too close for comfort for him, which is totally fine. Pulled back, look to find a little more set offense. And the Cougars struggling here, giving up some easy points. 7:02, or 7 minutes, I should say here, second half. They were up 77-67. Now had their lead whittled down to 3, and that was just an awful pass. Looked like he was anticipating the player coming a little bit further up the court, but he stopped right behind the other Cougar, and just a bad pass. So the Huskies can tie it. They'll look to do that right now, and they will. So that'll be I believe a 10-0 run. Maybe a 12-2 run. Oh, they had a wide open offensive player down low. Irwin gets blocked. Loose ball, Huskies. This crowd is silent here. It's a 2-on-1 off the right iron, or left iron, excuse me. And it's 79-77. Cougars cannot afford to fall apart now. The Huskies lost a 13-point lead. The Cougars have lost a 10-point lead. 2 quick passes inside. Irwin floats it up over the top and ties it at 79. As long as the Cougars can do what the Huskies did when they lost their big lead, which was match points for a little bit. I forget how many possessions it was, but it was no bigger than a 2-point deficit for a while. If the Cougars can do that, they'll be in okay shape. Defensive foul that time on the Cougars. So Chung picks up his second personal, third team foul. Huskies finally miss from the line. They've been looking so good from the charity stripe. Charity stripe. Can't say it. They'll go 1 for 2, 80-79. We're going to set that trap defense here. Got to push it forward, Cougs. That's not what you want. You don't want to throw a turnover. Wouldn't be surprised to see the Huskies keep going back to that. Suber for 3, and that is a huge shot with 5:20 remaining in the second half. Pushes the lead up to 4. The Huskies settle back into their regular half-court defense. Cougars now looking at a 4-point deficit. Brandon contested, drains it anyway. Slices it down to 2. Oh, Suber, he's wide open for 3. Misses off the back iron, no good. That was good defensive recovery by Washington State, but when he buries the 3 last time down the court, you do not want to leave him open again. Chung working around the court, or working around the perimeter, I should say. Lazar. Going to get blocked, out of bounds. It's going to be Washington ball. The Cougars went to go get the loose ball. He touched it when he was standing out of bounds. So, ooh, almost got him to step out there. Cougars try to apply a little bit of backcourt pressure. Doesn't really affect Washington that much. Suber again for 3. He's liking that spot. It bounces off the rim a couple times. No good. Brandon's got it. Full steam ahead. Oh, the defender bit and didn't close out the defense. Then he threw the ball away. The game did the weird thing where it's the defender, instead of finishing the play in the paint, bit back up to defend a different player to not give up a 3, kind of just conceding the 2. But for whatever reason, the player, I believe it was Brandon, there's the sip in, no good, they can't get it. He threw it back out instead of finishing at the rim, and just led to a turnover, and that should have been a tie game, but instead it is now a 4-point game. So we start to enter crunch time here. 3:28 remaining, second half. Chung driving. Takes it back out to Brandon. Taking a lot of time on this shot clock. They really need to make sure they come away with points here, down 4. Brandon looking around the outside. Anthony driving. Passes to Chung. 4 on the shot clock. Brandon's going to have to jack up a 3. Short. Irwin, though, is there to get the rebound. He can't get the turnaround floater to drop. So the Huskies drive inside, pass back outside to Fry. Just inside the 3-point line for a 2. No good. Quick possession by Washington. Puts Washington State back on offense. Chung floats the pass over to Anthony. Quick pass inside to Lazar through Irwin. That's a good feed that'll cut the lead down to 2. Morton. But the Huskies up 2. Having blown a 13-point lead and erasing a 10-point lead. Have literally every player on the floor on the left side of that, left half of that court, and they still come away with a good look at a 3. 88-83 with 127 seconds remaining. Lazar to Chung. Chung over to Anthony. Anthony in the zone. His little icon, player icon, pulsing. There's a nice float down 3. Cougars are in a good position here. Even with a 35-second shot clock, they still don't necessarily need to foul immediately. They can't get, they need one defensive stop here. I mean, I think one of the more important plays of this game is going to be that pass out of an easy 2 that led to a turnover. Kick it out to your guy for 3. Anthony elects not to take it. Because then it should have been 83-83. Instead, it went to 87-83. The Huskies stripped the ball away. And the Cougars may just not have enough juice in the tank. Approaching a minute to go. Larson, one-on-one here. Almost a 5-second violation for the Huskies. Suber floats the pass over to Carr. Not really sure where that was going. Morton back to Carr. Under 10 on the shot clock here. The Cougars don't really... Why? You idiots. They had 6 or 7 seconds on the shot clock. They were going to get an ugly shot from the Huskies most likely, and they decided to start fouling them. So that is the 7th team foul for the Cougars, as the Huskies make 1. Little Andy Larson, 100% from the line. Cougars will take a timeout. They are up 7. Terrible. Absolutely horrendous. I can't stand it when this game does that. It's so annoying because they were in such a good position to have the Huskies come away empty-handed, and instead the Huskies steal the ball away. The Cougars fell apart in the last 2 minutes or so. And this is going to be a win for Washington. (94-85). Washington State will take a timeout again. They didn't even come away with points on the last possession. They turned the ball over. Cool. Good job. Really proud of you. Brandon up the court to Ivy, who comes in and proceeds to kind of just do nothing. Brandon's got to do something. Quick shot there. Doesn't do anything. 94-87. It's going to be a 7-point deficit for the Cougars with under 15 to go here. Washington State did a great job. Ooh, well, they get a 3-pointer quickly. It was a bad 5-second violation. Nope, just kidding. It was stolen. All right, that sounds about right. Way to Cougar. Just an abysmal last 2 minutes for the Cougars. And that will end Apple Cup number 4, or Apple Pie Cup number 4. Go ahead and write this down. Aimless annals of history. Christmas 2020. So we have Washington with a score of 94. And WSU coming up short with 87. Series is now tied Washington has still never led the series, though if you just flipped the order the games were played in, you would have the exact same statement on the opposite side of the Cougars now. The Cougars have outscored the Huskies by 3 points total. They won the football game by 10, which gave them a 10-point lead. The Huskies won this by 7. So a 3-point overall lead for the Cougars. We'll check out the players of the game. Suber with 49 points. Lazar with 23. My goodness. 49. You thought, hey, maybe defend them. That'd probably be a good idea. Stats here. 94-87. Cougars out rebounded though. 31 to 25. 26 assists to 23 for Cougars. The Washington Huskies had 16 steals to the Cougars 3. 9 blocks favored the Cougars over 7 for the Huskies. 12 fouls to 9. 23 turnovers to 11. That'll cause some problems, especially down the stretch when you're trying to close out a game or make a valiant comeback again. 65% from the floor, though, for the Cougars compared to 43.8% for the Huskies. The Cougars took exactly 1 3-point field goal. The Huskies made 8 out of 24. Free throws, Washington only missed 1, whereas the Cougars missed 6. Keep in mind, the deficit, 7 points. 10 offensive rebounds for the Huskies to 6 for the Cougars. 25 defensive rebounds to 15 for the Huskies. And that'll about do it here. So we take a look at some player stats. Larson had 2 points. Carr had 2 points. Morton with 15. Suber with 20. Oh, wait, that's current game. Larson with 2. Carr with 4. Morton with 17. Suber with 49 and Fry with 20. And Braun had 2. Nothing else for Washington. Chung only had 10. 5 assists and a couple rebounds. 8 points for Gomez. Nothing for Ivy. 23 for Brandon. 13 for Anthony. And 10 for Irwin. With Lazar topping it off at 23 as well. But I'm assuming that it says 11 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 blocks. That makes him the Washington State player of the game at all 40 minutes of this year's contest. Alright, that will do it for this year's Apple Pie Cup. Series tied 2-2. Cougars lead overall by 3 total points. We'll see what happens next year. We'll have a football game on Thanksgiving. We'll have a basketball game on Christmas. Different games. We'll figure out what that is in the future. I'll figure out a good way to do that. But until next year, keep slicing those apples. Have a good one.